Coming up next on YCU News, flags throughout the nation fly at half-staff to remember the 12 victims of yesterday's shooting. The search continues for a missing woman of Townshend, Vermont. And the unexplained death of a 5-year-old boy is under investigation by Vermont State Police. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth-Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening. I'm Rose Spillman. Thank you for joining us for this Tuesday edition of YCU News. Flags throughout the nation are flying at half-staff in memory of the 12 victims killed yesterday at the U.S. Navy shipyard in Washington, D.C. 8 people were wounded. As a mark of respect for the victims, President Barack Obama ordered flags to be lowered until sunset on Friday. All of the victims were government employees. An investigation into what led to the shootings continues. Accused gunman Aaron Alexis died after being shot by police. Today's order affects all flags. When the U.S. flag is lowered, state, POW, or other flags must also be lowered. The U.S. flag must always fly above or equal to any other flags that are flown. A boil order notice in Windsor, Vermont is in place. For the next 4 days, boil tap water before using it, say local water and health officials. This includes boiling water and letting it cool before brushing teeth. Water sample tests taken on Friday showed an unacceptable level of coliform bacteria in the water. The Windsor water system sent out public notices on Monday about the order. For more information on the notice, call 802-674-5950. For the second time in 3 months, Claremont Police Chief Alex Scott says vandals toppled headstones at the West Pleasant Street Cemetery. The cemetery is one of 5 maintained by the city. The damage was discovered Sunday morning around 7 a.m. Police believe the headstones were purposely knocked over sometime Saturday night. Anyone who may have witnessed the destruction or can provide information is asked to call 603-542-9538. A $1,000 reward has been offered. Working together, we can all help put an end to these senseless acts of vandalism, Scott says. The search for a missing Townshend, Vermont woman continues. 59-year-old Helen Holmes has not been seen or heard from since September 6th. A land and helicopter search of Townshend and Jamaica, Vermont on Saturday yielded no new information, police say. Holmes is 5 feet 6 inches tall with blonde hair. She weighs about 150 pounds. She may be driving a red Subaru Forester, license plate DAK316. Anyone with any information regarding Holmes's disappearance is asked to call Vermont State Police. The number is 802-254-2382. U.S. Congresswoman Ann Kuster of New Hampshire is sponsoring a bill to help small businesses. Small businesses' growth through exports, part of her STEP legislation, says this will help create more jobs, especially for small to mid-sized companies who want to export made-in-New Hampshire goods. Kuster says the bill could help build more jobs benefiting the middle class. The unexplained death of a 5-year-old Shaftesbury, Vermont boy is under investigation by Vermont State Police. An autopsy on the body of Benjamin Prouty will be done. Benjamin on Saturday had been riding on an all-terrain vehicle. Police were called to the boy's home after the ATV accident. Benjamin was not breathing. Police report he was pronounced dead at Bennington, Vermont Hospital. State police say detectives went to the Southwestern Vermont Medical Center as part of the investigation. The boy's death initially did not appear suspicious, say police. When is a field trip not a field trip? That's the question behind a lengthy and at times heated discussion between Cornish residents, the town's school board, and educators Monday night. All field trips must be approved in advance by Cornish Elementary School Principal Sylvia Sivret. Additional field trips can be taken if they are proven to be of educational value to students. Earlier, school administrators learned the 8th grade class had 8 field trips a year. In June 2011, a former principal at the K through grade 8 school asked Superintendent Dr. Middleton McGoodwin to review the number of trips taken beyond the classroom. McGoodwin looked into the request. New Hampshire state education officials require a specific number of class hours per subject each year. About 35 residents attended Monday night's meeting. Some residents questioned the board's decision on the field trip study. Some Cornish residents also questioned the superintendent's work. In the end, the school board adopted a 3-per-year policy as a written guideline. The policy will be reviewed in a year to see if the number needs to be changed. Now we have the YCU weather forecast for the Connecticut River Valley and Lake Sunapee region. Tonight we have highs around 62 degrees and lows in the mid-30s. Tomorrow will be a beautiful high of 71 and lows around 45 degrees. Thursday will continue to warm up with temperatures in the mid-70s and lows in the 50s. Friday we will have more sunny skies with highs around 77 degrees. Saturday and Sunday we have a few showers and scattered storms with temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Be sure to take advantage of the warm weather this week and check out some outdoor activities. If you like stargazing, the Shattuck Observatory off Wheelock Street in Hanover is having an astronomical observation from 8 to 10 p.m. this Friday. I'm Rose Spillman for YCU, your local view. Good night.